The Federal Ministry of Education, alongside stakeholders in the technical and vocational education and training subsector, have lamented the lowering number of semi-skilled laborers in the workforce. This was made known at the TVET conference organized by the Ministry, the Skills Development for Youth Employment, and the CIFA Skills Initiative for Africa in Abuja on Thursday. The Minister of Education, Adamu, represented by the ex-Executive Secretary of the National Board for Technical Education, NBTE, Nasaud Kazure, highlighted the ministry's efforts in reinvigorating the semi-skilled sector. Amadino Ogbewe reports.
The Minister of Education, Adamu, at a conference organized by the ministry, alongside the Skills Development for Youth Employment and the CIFA Skills Initiative for Africa in Abuja on Thursday, called for increased competence in technical and vocational education and training, which he said was important to growing the economy. The minister, who was represented by the former Executive Secretary of the National Board for Technical Education, Nasaud Kazure, disclosed that the ministry was working closely with multiple partners to ensure a harmonization of skills and certification.
What we did basically is the establishment of institutionalization of the National Skills Qualification Framework, NSQF. Because when the whole training in our institution is based on competency-based training, it doesn't matter whichever certificate you have, whether HND, BSc, or you are not even educated alone. What matters is your competence. You can go anywhere and ask anybody to pay you so amount of money for your competency, for your skills. So we have been advocating, telling the polytechnic graduates in particular to wake up to the responsibility. HND or no HND is not what matters. When you go to the advanced countries like in Germany, when you go to other countries, what matters is the competency you have.
On his part, the head of program, SKY, Hans Ludwig Bruns, stated that the conference was meant to encourage networking among stakeholders in the sector and aid the informal sector.
The informal sector, we know that we have at least the majority of people working in the informal sector. And let me introduce another acronym, which is RPL. So recognition of prior learning. In a later system, for example, established here in Nigeria with assessment, you can also look into the traditional skills, from people, women and men, and then you can even certify them or assess them according a national qualification framework, for example.
The national president of the Nigerian Association of Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture, Ide John Udegbala, stated that the dwindling number of semi-skilled labor had to be addressed as a matter of urgency.
The semi-skilled labor is dwindling in Nigeria. If care is not taken, we will start issuing expatriate quotas for carpenters and fitters. The organized private sector must be there. State fund must be deployed to industries that are existing to provide machines and tools in their workshops, and then bring in teachers and train them and find out, even if you don't give them certificate, we roll them out.
Ian Omas, the country director for GIZ Nigeria and ECOWAS, had this to say.
There's a lot of semi-skilled labor in the energy and electricity sector. So embracing the job opportunities with regards to renewable energy and solar is currently not easy, because even if you look into polytechnics, if you look into universities, the competencies to teach this and the standardization of the competency-based system in order to provide what the industry is looking for are not sufficiently there. And this is what, of course, our skills activities are trying to promote by enhancing the framework and the standardization in order to ensure that from those sectors there is more skilled labor available to match what the industry is looking for.
The theme of the National Conference and Workshop is repositioning technical and vocational education and training through policy and legislative options for national development. It is set to continue on Friday to ensure all relevant stakeholders are carried along in the growth of the industry. Amadino Ogbewe reporting for KAFTAN Television.